Okay, how's it going? We're gonna be doing Yorick? Yeah. Alright. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Yorick. He lived in a fishing village at the very edge of the Blessed Isles. He was a weirdo. While all the other kids were playing that basic shit like hide and seek, this dude was making his own friends. With the dead. Not like dead bodies, cause that's weird. But with spirits. Which I guess is still weird. Yorick used to be scared of his ability. Every time someone would die in the village, he would chill in bed waiting for a new friend to introduce himself. He wanted these guys to leave him alone, but eventually he noticed that they weren't there to haunt him. They were there because they were lost and needed his help to find their way to the beyond. To the dead, he was their savior, but to the living, he was a weird little boy who talked to people who weren't there. Damn, imagine how awkward it would have been for the guy who used to bully Yorick to just suddenly die. Tales of the guy named Yorick who can see dead people spread across the land. A group of monks reach out to him, since they believed his ability would become an asset to their faith. Yorick accepted since he had nothing better to do anyways. He learned ways of the Brethren of the Dust there. All the monks carried a spade as a symbol of their duty to conduct proper burial rites so souls won't lose their way. They also carried a vial around their necks that was filled with water from the Blessed Isles sacred spring, which represented the monks' duty to heal the living. Yorick tried his best, but he never really could get the rest of the monks to like him. They were jealous of Yorick's powers because he could easily talk to the undead while the rest of them had to work for years to gain that type of power. One day Yorick saw a huge black mist rushing towards the monastery. It fucked up everything it touched. Plants, animals, people. They all turned into nasty ass versions of themselves. In the mist, Yorick could hear the other monks screaming and can see some of them ripping their vials off their necks. The mist ripped their souls out of their bodies. Yorick could hear something whispering in the mist. "Hey buddy, get rid of the vial and join us." Yorick told him to fuck off and blacked out. When he woke up, everything was either destroyed or transformed into nasty weird shit. The mist was wrapping itself around Yorick's body, but he noticed it recoiled from the vial around his neck. The vial saved his life. Yorick walked around and tried to figure out what had happened. Apparently some king arrived on the Isles and tried to resurrect his queen, but shit happened and he unleashed a curse on the land instead. Yorick decided to go look for this ruined king and try to undo the curse. As Yorick walked, he started to talk to the spirits around him, like what he used to do when he was a kid. He noticed that corpses left their grave and were guided by his voice. The bodies he put to rest were now his to command. A tiny glimmer of hope shone from Yorick's heart. To free the dead of the Shadow Isles, Yorick would have to wield their power and strength. And there you go. That's how Yorick became Yorick. The end.